Alright, what's up YouTube? This is Hello5893 doing another video, Airsoft review / update. The update is actually going to be for my G&G WOC. Just wanted to let you guys know that eBike finally sent me my parts today, so I should be getting them there in the next few days. Okay, so after that I'll probably do another review on it because I know the last one was just a piece of crap, and then I'll also be able to do my firing test and my whatchamacallit, I don't know, I think those are the only two. Anyway, this is going to be a video review right now of my G&G G96 Airsoft Sniper Rifle. First thing I want to point out is that this is not an L96, okay, so for all of you kids that think this is an L96, I'm just going to point out why you're wrong. Okay, it is the stock. I know it looks like an L96 stock, okay. The actual stock is actually made by AICS, which is Accuracy International. AICS is just the name of the stock, sorry. But they also, Accuracy International also does make the L96, so that's why you see the stock being the same. But anyway, this is actually an M700 AICS, so it still uses the AICS chassis system. The Accuracy International chassis system is what it's called. That's what AICS stands for. So, but here's why it's not an L96, okay? L96s, you can adjust the length of pull on them for your stock and also the cheek riser. Okay, this does not have that feature. At least every L96 I've seen has these, so even the real ones. But I don't know, I think it's the A ones that actually have that. But anyway, the other thing that says it's not an L96, the bolt handle. Okay, as you notice, this doesn't have like the little wire bolt coming out, like the little wire handle coming out, the little ball for the end of the handle on the end of it coming slightly back. Okay, this has a regular M700 type bolt handle, so that's why it's an M700 AICS, not a L96. Anyway, but otherwise, other than that, the gun is still basically the same thing. However, this is the airsoft version. It's made by G&G. So this is a gas-powered sniper rifle. So to show that, here's the bolt handle. Here, watch, I'll even push it up with my pinky, just because everybody likes to see this part. And there you go. And as you can see, possibly, if I tilt this into the light, yep, there's the outlet valve right there, and then right back here, this little glowing piece is the feed lips for the magazine. One thing to note, guys, you do have to have the bolt pulled back all the way before you can release the magazine. When you want to release the magazine, you see this little tab right here. Just pull that forward or push it, and the magazine falls right out. So this is a 15 round magazine. It actually only does hold 15 rounds. Some people say they can fit 17 in. I can't fit. I can only fit 15 in mine. So, you know, I'll probably figure out how to get the 17 rounds in there later, but until then, it's only 15 for me. But that's not too bad. I don't really mind. Actually makes me, you know, take more well-aimed shots. So, the G96 right here actually runs off of all of the G&G Power Pack parts. So all the stuff that you can get, all the G&G upgraded parts that you can get for your KJW M700s and your Tanakas. The G&G already has those built into it. So it already has the G&G power bolt inside the magazine. It's got the power pack on the bottom of the bolt. If I can get this. No, I can't. Sorry, I got to cut out my finger and I can't really reach up there. So anyway, I'll show you how to if I can, I'll show you how to take it apart. But anyway, it does have all the upgraded internals. I mean, you can sort of see the. No, you can't. Never mind. But it does have the red bucking inside of it. Okay, just like the G&G ones do. So that's because it's made by G&G. So, all right. Let me just say, this is an awesome gun. Okay, this is very accurate out of the box, very powerful. I'm using .40 gram BBs and it's shooting around 550 FPS. So, yeah, that's pretty powerful for shooting a 40 gram or .40 gram BB out of this thing. So let's just go on with the stock, and we'll work our way up front like I normally do. So on the back here you have a full rubber butt pad. Only, if you can see like the little lines in here, only this last line right here, try to get out of the way, but this last line right here, this is what separates the rubber from the rest of from the plastic. Okay, this part's rubber, the rest of it's plastic. So it's not 100% rubber, but hey, I'm not upset by it. I think it feels pretty good. You've got your rear sling mount, one on each side. I'll flip the gun around later and show you it, but you have two, one on each side right here, which makes it very versatile for left-handers or right-handers, depending on how you want to carry it. So moving up here, you do have the hole, the grip hole in the stock. I barely ever use it because honestly, when you're sniping, you're supposed to use the your fingertip, the tip of your shooting finger. And so what ends up happening is with me, when I grip it like this, as you can see, my fingers wrap fully around it, and it's really hard to just keep the tip of my finger on the trigger. So what I end up doing is just making a little like pistol shape with my fingers, and it's resting right on the trigger, and there we go. So I can easily just pull the trigger like that. Alright, next up we have the bolt. What's really cool about this bolt is, well actually it's on most bolts, but you see that little part that just popped out right there? This is your firing pin indicator. You don't really actually need to pull it all the way back every time, but hey, whatever. But when you shoot it, it disappears. Okay, this way you can easily see. This way you can if you're not one to reload every shot really quickly like I am, you can check to see whether or not you have if you're cocked and loaded or not. So I think that's actually a pretty good thing. Okay, going up over to here, we have the scope mount. It's a one-piece mount. It has Picatinny rails on it, so this way you can mount your optics, which is it's pretty good to have those rails because some of the other ones you have to buy special scope rings and stuff for it, but yeah, this one works really good. Your hop-up adjustment is right here. Okay, turn it right for more, turn it left for less. I haven't had to adjust mine yet. I'm more of a urban sniper, so I'll talk about that later though as to why we do that. But anyway, I don't really ever have to adjust my hop-up that much because I'm not shooting very far away. Probably about 70 to 80 feet at the most. Okay, as an average, whatever. Up on top here for my scope, I'm using a center point 6mm range estimating scope. It's 4 to 16 times power. So for those of you that don't know, 4 to 16 times zoom means it'll magnify anything from 4 times magnification to 16 times magnification. So yeah, you can make it clearer and see easier at longer distances. It does come with scope rings, or the scope covers, and well, yeah, it also comes with the rings too. So, and what's really cool is that it's got the windage and elevation knobs on it, and it's a red and green dot scope. So, here, let me see if I can get this for you. But yep, see, there's the red. That's at its brightest setting for red, and then that's the green. Sorry, it's really bad here. And then it's better if I just do it like that. But then as you can see, you can make it go all the way. It's got about 5 settings for each color. So I mostly keep it on the green one because I do a lot of sniping at night, and the green is just really low intensity. So you don't ever have to worry about glare coming up from the red. Anyway, here's the other sling mount I was telling you about. Okay, now moving up to the front of the gun, I have a Harris style bipod. Okay, I really enjoy these ones better than the L96 ones, only because it's got rubber grips on the bottom and it just doesn't move around as much, and it's way easier to keep the gun smaller and low profile. Here's your other sling mount. Again, it's on both sides, just to show you. There it is right here. See? The bad thing is that you hear that rattling. That really gives away my position a lot, but hey, I learned to deal with it, and once people know where I'm at, they usually just get shot right away, so it doesn't really matter. They can't really find out that quickly. Quickly. On the scope here, as you can see, I put duct tape on the front of it, but I cut out a little slit in the middle of the tape. This is so that way, because like I said, I play at night. So what happens when people have their flashlights out, they can't see the glare coming off of my giant lens. But yeah, it still allows me to see clearly through my scope, and I can still hit them at a decent range. So I really enjoy that part. Anyway, back down to the front here. All right, so you see this little piece right here, the little bipod lug. This is for you guys that really like that have your L96s already, and that want a gas sniper rifle, but you don't want to buy another bipod. So what they've done is they've included this little bipod lug. So that little RIS rail bipod mount that you have on there. Yep, there's my WC in the back. But you can put your rail on here, and then have your L96 bipod on there. And if you don't ever want it off, there's a little tab down here. Just push it forward and pull out, and there you go. Bipod lug is out. Now I just prefer to keep mine in. I don't know why, just don't want to lose it. So, and then as we move up to the front of the gun, as you can see, I have a little rubber cap over the orange tip. Now you're probably wondering why I did this. So the reason why is because, first of all, I didn't want to void the warranty. I know most of you people that know me, it's like, really, a warranty? It's more like a big middle finger to them when I just paint over it. But anyway, I am going to paint over it though. But so I'm just trying to find a good time. I'm probably going to do that this weekend at some point. I don't know, but otherwise, you know, orange tip is just going to stay right there for right now. But it's covered by a cap, so we don't really care. Now, a lot of you are probably seeing all the tan tape I've wrapped around here. This is actually camouflage tape, and as most of you know, I do play in a desert. Sorry, my dog's tennis ball is in the way. But I also play in the dark, so this isn't really the best camouflage I have out there, but hey, it breaks it up just a little bit. I mainly use the tape, though, to protect the barrel and the scope from scratches from when I'm crawling around in the dirt. So, you know, it works. I'm not saying it's like the best camouflage in the world. It's not the worst though. So the worst would be me like just painting the whole thing blaze orange and running around like that. But hey, I'm not really trying to hide from people. Okay, I'm just trying to hit them at a long range. So anyway, if you guys are wondering what ammo I'm using, I am using Airsoft GI 0.40 gram BBs. These work really well the first time I used my gun, I was using these, and no joke, my first shot, I haven't even zeroed in my scope yet, and actually I still haven't either, but first shot was a headshot right between the eyes. I am not kidding. I think that was more of luck though, so not just my awesome sniper skills. But hey, these get the job done. They're really good. I trust Airsoft GI with BBs. I trust Airsoft GI with almost everything, because I have not had a problem with them yet. So, whereas other companies like e-bike, I've had tons of trouble with. So if you guys are ever looking to get stuff, go to Airsoft GI. E-bike, they're slowly redeeming themselves right now, but for the most part, I don't know. I probably wouldn't do much business with them for a while at least. Something that you guys should know though, if you are planning on getting these magazines are $46 a piece. That's my dog. She's very annoying. But anyway, but she's cute. Okay. But anyway, so $46 a piece. So I don't know. That could be a con for some of you guys. You know, I only have 2 magazines. I'm not really willing to spend more. I don't really fire more than 30 shots out of this gun at any given time, and then I reload it. So, you know, it's not that bad. It's not that big of a deal. Like I said, if you're 15 rounds per magazine, it really helps you to use your BBs wisely. So anyway, if you have any questions about this, please let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and I will talk to you guys later. Also, if you have any, I'll answer any questions about it. So, you know, just feel free to ask, okay? So, anyway, this is Hello5893, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.